So, hi, welcome. I am Katarina Stenklo, working for GE Healthcare, and I am here today to introduce our new product, the Qbo box for viral vectors. I'm really excited about this. It's been a really journey to get here, but also about the product because I think it will contribute in a very exciting and growing field. So let's start with setting the scene a bit for why have we developed this product. Well, I think we are living in a really interesting times right now where we can follow the growth in the gene therapy area, where they utilize the transfer of genetic material to treat a disease. We see how the clinical trials are increasing and the number of regulatory approvals is also increasing. And there is actually a cautious optimism that we will have efficient, durable, and safe therapies that will create benefit for patients, not only the ones with a single gene disorder, but also the more complex ones. And as many of these therapies involve viral vectors as their vehicle to transfer the genetic materials, we now see increased demands for viral vectors on the market. And the demand is actually higher than the CDMO capacity today. And this is causing delays for the advancement of these therapies. So our way of, we will start with looking at the industry actually. What does they need? Well, we have the CDMOs today that are, they want to increase their capacity to meet the demand from the market. And they are often in the biopharma space already. They want to move into the viral vector space. They have a facility that they need to retrofit. Then we have the startups that want to become CDMOs, or they are the originators that actually are doing the therapies. They want to produce vectors for their own supply. And they are often connected to the therapies and the hospitals, and they might not even have a process in place. They need help with that, and they need also help to set up a cGMP manufacturing facility. But what they have in common, these two, is that they need a flexible solution that fits with the current needs, but also can be adapted to their future needs. And our way to support these needs are through our modular solutions, the Qbo and the Flex Factory. The Qbo Concept, a full turnkey facility solution, including a manufacturing line, was launched in 2012. We have executed 4 of these full facility solutions. One of them is actually for Pfizer that got the Facility of the Year award here at this conference. And over the years, the concept have continued to grow. We have one for cell therapy, one in a more campus setting, and one for BSL-2 manufacturing. And today, I'm really happy to launch a new family member, but also a new concept, the Qbo box for viral vector manufacturing. Compared to the full facility solutions, it is more on the smaller side. It fits into an already existing facility shell, but it still includes the full manufacturing train for viral vector manufacturing. So it's small, but powerful. So why are we so excited about the Qbo concept? Well, each Qbo is designed around a manufacturing process where we have utilized our knowledge about equipment, about processes, and actually designed the facility around it. So this has allowed us to optimize the distances between the unit ops, between the utilities, and 80% of the design is done up front. 20% is for customization, specific for the location or any customer needs. But to have 80% already designed is significantly shortening the design phase. Then we are further shortening the timeline by having off-site construction of the facility modules. At the same time as we are producing the manufacturing line with the equipment and everything. And then we have a standardized commissioning and qualification package. And we will act as a one-stop shop. So you won't have to deal with several suppliers, one for the facility and the equipment and so on, just us. And at the time of contract, we will give you the cost and the delivery time. So you will know that. So this is for all the Qubios. Now let's look at what is the specifics for the Qbio box. Oops, too many? There. The Qbio box can support a variety of technologies. It could be BSL-1 or BSL-2. This first launch is BSL-2 at the 200-liter scale and specifically for viral vector manufacturing. It fits into a facility shell. So it's perfect if you already have a facility or some manufacturing infrastructure that you want to repurpose, like a warehouse, or if you're building a new shell that you want to have the possibility to expand in the future. It is modular, as in full modules. They are produced at the module supplier, and 80% of the installation is already done. And then you transport it up to the customer site, assemble it inside the shell, and then you're up and running. It is easy to expand. You can expand it with another box for another molecule, or the same if you want to scale up or scale out. And you can connect it to the inlet or outlet spine, or it could be totally separated from the already Qbio box that you already have there. So what would it look like inside? This is a conceptual layout of the Qbio box, where we have manufacturing suites upstream and downstream with a wall-through connection. The manufacturing suite are BSL-2 classification with airlocks going in. And the inlet and outlet spine has BSL-1 classification. And to reduce the transportation in and out of material in and out of the production suites, we have put in media staging areas or buffer staging areas with wall-through connection into the suites. This is actually good both from a facility footprint, but also from a capital investment and time. So the standard layout is not including a buffer media prep, but of course it can be added if needed. So when you're working with viral material, it's important to keep control over the contaminants. And this is how we are working with unidirectional flow inside the bioprocessing suites with the BSL-2 classification. Let's take a quick look at the different material flows, or different flows. We're starting with the material going in to the suite. And then we have the personnel flow. We actually have bidirectional to the inlet spine to allow you to take in and out the buffer and media containment. But otherwise, it's unidirectional through the processing suites. The product flow, this is actually where it happens. So you start producing your viral vector in the upstream, transfer it through the wall to the downstream, further purification, and then out as a bulk product. And then you have the waste flow just going out and also out from the inlet spine. So what will happen inside? There are several processes that support the gene therapy. So we have plasmid manufacturing and viral vector manufacturing and cell processing. But this first launch is focusing on the viral vector manufacturing. The other processes could also fit into the Qbo concept. And as you see, there are several steps here. You have the upstream part with the expansion and the transfection, then the clarification and the further purification in the downstream area. So let's take a look at the equipment that supports these different steps. Inside your Qbio box, you will have a flex factory manufacturing line, 50 or 200 liter scale. And it's supported by a wide range of single-use products. Also, in the manufacturing line, you can think modular, as of each unit up is one flexible module. This gives you the flexibility to optimize for multiple products, because you might want to move around the downstream steps a little bit, or you need to adapt to your production needs. Maybe you need to have a higher titer, and then you need to scale up your columns or whatever. Then you can address the flow rates, or even switch the single-use component of the Chrome system or so. What else can you do with the manufacturing line to actually optimize time and reduce risk? Oops. No, there it was. So this is what we have included in the Flex Factory that goes into the Qbo box. We have talked about the single-use equipment that is supporting cGMP manufacturing. This is supported by our industrial automation platform, Figure Eight. And that is pre-verified and have pre-defined functionality that actually shows our knowledge about systems, and make sure that we include that into that. Then we have a wide range of ready-to-use buffer and media that supports the full process. And also, we have included services like project management, commissioning and qualification, training, and also consumables support, where you optimize your consumables and build your consumables batch. All of these things are things that you need to do when you're setting up a new facility. And this is happening at the same time as we are producing the facility modules. So when the facility is assembled in your shell, you essentially have the Flex Factory, the manufacturing line, knocking on your door, ready to be installed. So today, we are launching the Qbo box for viral vector manufacturing. It fits into a facility shell. It is expandable and reproducible. It has biosafety level 2. And it includes a Flex Factory, an integrated manufacturing platform with flexible single-use equipment, industrial automation option, and consumable supports, and the service and training package. And I would end up with saying that these modular biomanufacturing environments, they are reducing the risk, and they are improving the speed to market for the next generation therapies. So thank you, and I would like to thank the whole team that has made this launch possible, the G team, the germ-free team, and any questions?